From shore, flower boats look like floating palaces. Painted lacquer hulls, paper lanterns strung bow to stern, music drifting across the water. Western men in dark coats, stepping aboard like this is normal. Women in silk robes leaning against railings with faces that show nothing and cost everything. Below deck, bilge water smell, lead-paste cosmetics that sting on contact, a room smaller than the sleeping mat on your family's fishing boat. Your rank sits somewhere between the bilge bucket and the kitchen grease. The boat madam, Mama Song, controls everything. Your debt, your earnings, your access to the pipe you haven't met yet. She decides when you eat, what you wear, and how much every mistake adds to your account. Above you, the senior girls know every rule you haven't learned. Some help, some watch you blunder because your failure makes their position more secure. BU, 6 years on this boat, takes you to the deck edge on the first night. The Pearl River is black and wide and moving fast. You can't swim away, she says. The current takes you before you clear the other boats. And if you made shore, where would you go? You're Tonka. The land people won't hire you, won't house you, won't even let you through the city gates without a permit you'll never get. She looks at the water like she's already had this conversation with herself 100 times. The river is all there is. 3 weeks in, you start pipa. 4 hours a day under Mama Song's watch. Gut strings on raw fingertips. By the end of the first week, your fingers are split and bleeding. Mama Song examines your hands, nods. Not at you. At the progress. 4 months in, Mama Song introduces you to the pipe. Medicine for nerves, she says. The first draw is warm and the warmth reaches parts of your body you didn't know were cold. The anxiety about the debt, the strangeness of the boat, the aching in your wrists from pipa. It all goes quiet. The relief is too real. That's the design. You reach for the pipe at the wrong hour. Mama Song removes it from the room entirely. 2 nights without it. The craving starts in your spine and spreads down both arms like something crawling under the skin. By the second morning, your hands won't stop shaking. Sleep was impossible. You spent both nights listening to the river and counting the planks in the ceiling. You don't reach again without permission. By 14, you can hold 4 conversations. Cantonese for merchants who want to hear wit and local gossip between drinks. Mandarin for officials who want deference and the pretense of culture. Pidgin English for the foreigners who have been arriving in increasing numbers since the treaty ports opened. And performed silence for the men who want a woman who exists without opinions, without history, without a self that might inconvenience them. You learn which mode to use by watching faces in the first 30 seconds. Get it wrong, and Mama Sang adjusts your debt. The lead paste is daily now. Fen, white lead mixed with powder, applied every afternoon until your face becomes a different surface. It stings on contact and tightens like a mask as it dries. By evening, it cracks at the corners of your mouth when you swallow. Your skin underneath has started going sallow. Your gums ache when you eat anything cold. You don't connect the paste to the gums yet. You will. Every morning you wake to the same arithmetic. Purchase price, training costs, room and board, cosmetics, pipe supply. It all goes on the ledger Mama Song keeps behind the partition screen. You've never seen the number. BU says it doesn't matter. The number only moves in one direction. At 15, Mama Song decides you're ready. 3 days of preparation, hair washed and set with new jade pins, fen applied thicker than usual, layer after layer until your face is porcelain smooth under lamplight. Silk robe fitted, adjusted, re-sewn at the shoulder. The fabric is worth more than your father earned in a year. It stays on the boat. Everything stays on the boat. On the upper deck, as the lanterns come on one by one along the railing, she presents you. Paper lantern light catches the silk. The senior girls stand along the railing, faces composed. They've seen this before. They remember their own. A Cantonese merchant bids. A Fujian grain trader bids. The bidding lasts 40 minutes. You stand in the lamplight the entire time while men discuss a price for something that is standing right in front of them. You can see the shore from up here. The lights of Canton reflecting on the water. The silhouette of other boats. Jade pins leaving dents in your scalp. Fen cracking at the corners of your mouth every time you swallow. You look spectacular. You feel like an invoice with a face. The Cantonese merchant wins the bidding. 50s. Rice wine on his breath and imported tobacco on his clothes. Hands calloused from warehouse work. He does not speak to you. Mama Sang leads you below deck, adjusts the silk robe at your shoulders, slides the partition screen closed. What follows is called receiving a guest, the same phrase used when he was served tea on the upper deck 20 minutes ago. Through the partition, Mama Song is already greeting the underbidder. You hold still the way Mama Sang taught you to hold still during inspection. Chin raised, eyes forward, breathe through the nose. 2 years of hold still while I check, have made the compliance automatic. Your body knows what to do. Your mind is somewhere above the deck, watching the lights of Canton. He leaves silver on the shelf beside your pipa. You lie on the mat listening to the boat creak. The river is loud tonight. You can hear the music from the next boat over. You do not move for a long time. 2 years on the boat. At 17, you have your own client list. Regulars. Men who ask for you by the name Mama-san gave you, not the name your mother gave you. The rhythm settles into your body the way the river's sway settles into the planking. You barely notice it anymore. That's the point.